Cars that last forever have their engines protected, and engines are protected by fluids, and those fluids need protection too. The truth is, over 60% of engine failures I've seen in America trace back to poor lubrication or neglected fluids. The good news? There's a cheap liquid secret that can help engines reach 300,000 to even 500,000 miles. I've got solutions for both high mileage and new engines. Let's get rolling. Number 13, molybdenum disulfide treatment. Now, this is something most drivers have never heard of, and the word might sound a bit off when it comes to cars, but just call it Moly. That's what we call it in the garage. Moly has been around for years. You'll find it in grease, in lubricants, and in engine additives. But here's what makes it different. It's not just another liquid, it's a solid lubricant that works where oil starts to fail. Inside your engine, parts move fast, very fast. Oil helps, but there are moments, like cold starts, where the oil film is too thin. That's when metal touches metal. That's where wear begins. This is where Moly comes in. Moly is made of tiny layered particles. Think of them like a deck of cards. They slide over each other easily. When added to your engine oil, these particles settle into the metal surfaces. They fill in tiny rough spots you can't even see. Now, instead of metal grinding on metal, those layers take the hit. That means less friction, less heat, and less wear over time. You'll find Moly in many high-end additives today. The difference? Those are diluted and marked up. The raw version? It's cheap. And when used right, it can help your engine last much longer. Number 12, zinc dialkyl dithiaphosphate additive. This is also another one that confuses many drivers just from the chemical name. Don't mind the wording, just call it zinc. That's what we call it in the garage. Now here's where it gets interesting. This one is a bit contradictory. Newer engine oils actually have less zinc. Why? Emissions rules. Too much zinc can damage your catalytic converter over time. But here's the problem. Your engine still needs it. Zinc works like a last line of defense inside your engine. When temperatures rise and pressure builds, zinc activates. It forms a thin protective layer over metal parts. Think of it like a shield. So when parts touch, that zinc layer takes the hit, not your engine. This is very important in areas like the camshaft and lifters. These parts deal with extreme pressure every second the engine runs. Without enough protection, they start to wear fast. Older engines need zinc even more, especially engines with flat tappet camshafts. These designs rely heavily on zinc to survive. But even modern engines benefit from it under stress. Zinc also helps reduce friction and heat. Less friction means smoother movement, and smoother movement means longer engine life. So while modern oils reduce zinc for emissions, smart drivers find a way to bring it back safely. Number 11, engine assembly lube. This is a break in the secret used by mechanics and vehicle assemblies, used in the bearings and cams during assembly to prevent metal-to-metal contact. But it can also be used when the engine is running. When an engine is first started, oil is not everywhere yet. It takes a few seconds for oil pressure to build and reach all the moving parts. That short moment, that's where a lot of damage can happen. That's called a dry start. Assembly lube is made to stop that. It's a thick, sticky lubricant. Mechanics apply it directly on parts like camshafts, bearings, and lifters during engine build or repair. It stays in place and protects those parts until engine oil starts flowing. Think of it like a safety layer for the first few seconds of life. Without it, metal parts can scrape before oil even arrives. With it, everything glides smoothly from the first turn. That's why rebuilt engines that use assembly lube last longer. Price? It's not expensive at all. Most assembly lubes cost around $8 to $20 per bottle, and one bottle can handle a full engine build. It's not something you use every day. But if your engine is ever opened up, this is one of the most important liquids protecting it from day one. If you're enjoying the video, take a second to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next ones. Number 10, fuel system cleaner. The majority of drivers use this one, and if you don't, then you'd better start using it, because you can't just rely on the additives already in the gas. You need extra protection for your injectors, your fuel system, and your combustion chambers. Now here's the reality. Over time, fuel injectors get dirty. Carbon builds up. Fuel doesn't spray as fine as it should. That leads to rough idling, poor fuel economy, and sometimes weak acceleration. This is where a good fuel system cleaner comes in. Not all cleaners are equal though. The best ones use something called PEA, polyethyramine. This is a powerful detergent that survives high temperatures inside the engine and actually breaks down carbon deposits. When you pour a PEA-based cleaner into your tank, it goes through the entire fuel system. It cleans injectors, intake valves, and even parts of the combustion chamber. The result is better fuel spray, cleaner burn, smoother engine behavior. You don't need to use it every day. Most drivers use it every few thousand miles, or when they notice symptoms like rough idle or hesitation. Price-wise, a good bottle costs around $15 depending on the brand and size. Mostly here, I would recommend the Redline SI1 Complete Fuel System Cleaner. And if you want to know which fuel system cleaners actually work and which ones to avoid completely, click the link above to watch that video. Number 9. High-quality engine coolant. If your coolant level looks fine in the reservoir, you assume everything is okay. But that's not the full story. Engine coolant isn't just there to prevent overheating. It's a working fluid. It circulates through your engine, absorbing heat, protecting metal surfaces, and preventing corrosion inside your cooling system. Over time, that protection breaks down. By now, every driver knows that on a new car, coolant should typically be changed after about 2 years of driving. That's the easy part. What most people don't realize is what happens after that first change. On the next replacement, you shouldn't just drain and refill, you should flush the system properly. Why? Because old coolant leaves behind deposits, contaminants, and degraded additives that can't be removed by simply topping up. A proper flush helps remove buildup from the radiator, heater core, and coolant passages, allowing fresh coolant to do its job effectively. Now, on a high-mileage car, things get even more important. At this stage, the cooling system has already been through years of heat cycles, pressure changes, and chemical breakdown. Seals may be weaker, deposits are more likely to form, and the coolant itself may no longer provide adequate corrosion protection. So instead of treating coolant like a fill-and-forget fluid, you need to approach it as part of your engine's long-term protection system. Using the correct coolant type, maintaining proper mix ratios, and sticking to a consistent service schedule can make a big difference in preventing overheating, corrosion, and premature component failure. Number 8. Oil stabilizer. This one applies to those high-mileage engines that have already seen a lot of wear and tear. As an engine ages, internal clearances increase, seals harden, oil control is not as tight as it used to be. That's when oil consumption, minor leaks, and reduced oil pressure can start to show up. An oil stabilizer is designed to help in situations like this. It's a high-viscosity additive that thickens engine oil slightly and improves its film strength. The goal is simple: keep a more consistent layer of protection between moving parts, especially in engines that no longer hold oil pressure as efficiently as they once did. This doesn't replace regular oil changes. It works alongside your engine oil to enhance its performance under stress. In some cases, drivers notice reduced ticking noises on startup, smoother operation, and less oil burning between changes. It can also help older engines maintain better lubrication at high temperatures. However, it's important to use it correctly. Too much thickening can affect oil flow, especially in cold starts or in engines that require very specific oil grades. That's why it should be used as a support tool, not a permanent fix. Number 7. Automatic transmission fluid. There is one myth I would like to debunk today, and let's settle it for good. There is nothing like lifetime fluid in a car. All the fluids, oil, coolant, etc. have a limit point, and transmission fluid is no different. The only difference comes in that changing a fluid after a long period, maybe past 100,000 miles, is not recommended, because now the system has adapted to the old degraded fluid over time. Automatic transmission fluid is responsible for lubrication, cooling, and hydraulic pressure inside the transmission. It also plays a role in how smoothly gears shift. Over time, heat cycles break down the fluid, additives wear out, contaminants build up from normal operation. As this happens, shift quality can begin to change, and components may experience more stress. For vehicles that have been maintained regularly, routine fluid and filter changes help keep the transmission responsive and protected. But for high-mileage vehicles that have never had a transmission service, a sudden full flush can sometimes cause issues because the fresh fluid may behave differently from the worn fluid the system has been relying on. That's why the smart approach matters here. Instead of ignoring transmission fluid entirely or rushing into an aggressive flush, a gradual service approach is often safer on older vehicles. This may involve partial drain and fill intervals over time, allowing the system to adjust progressively. Using the right specification fluid is also critical. Modern transmissions are designed with very specific fluid properties in mind. The wrong type can affect shifting performance and long-term durability. Number 6. Seafoam/intake cleaner. There are a lot of seafoam products out there, but today I'm specifically talking about the intake cleaner. Some people normally use it as a fuel system cleaner that we talked about earlier, but its main job targets 3 areas: air intake systems, throttle bodies, and valves. An engine that wants to last 500,000 miles must have clean airflow pathways. Over time, carbon deposits build up inside the intake system. These deposits can restrict airflow, affect throttle response, and disrupt the air-fuel mixture. When that balance is off, you may notice rough idling, hesitation, or reduced efficiency. The throttle body is another critical area. It controls how much air enters the engine. When it gets dirty, the throttle plate may not move as smoothly, and airflow readings can become inconsistent. Cleaning it helps restore proper airflow and stable idle behavior. Then there are the intake valves, especially in engines with direct injection. These valves don't always get cleaned by fuel passing over them, so carbon buildup can accumulate faster. Intake cleaners are designed to help loosen and remove some of that buildup, improving overall airflow and combustion quality. Used correctly, an intake cleaner can help restore lost performance and keep the breathing system of your engine in better condition. It's not a miracle fix, but it's a useful maintenance step that supports long-term engine health when combined with proper servicing habits. Number 5. Marvel Mystery Oil. Now, this one works both ways. It's used on engine oil and fuel. Marvel Mystery Oil is one of those classic additives that has been around for decades, and many drivers still use it as a general-purpose cleaner and lubricant enhancer. When added to engine oil, it's often used in small amounts to help with internal cleaning. It can assist in loosening sludge and deposits that build up over time, especially in older engines that may not have had consistent maintenance. The idea is to gently clean internal components without being too aggressive. On the fuel side, it's added to the gas tank in measured amounts. In this role, it can help clean injectors and improve combustion by reducing deposits in the fuel system. Some drivers also use it to provide a slight lubricating effect for upper cylinder components, which can be helpful in older engines or engines running lower quality fuel. It's important to understand that this is not a replacement for proper maintenance. Oil changes, fuel system cleaners, and quality fuels still matter more. Marvel Mystery Oil is more of a supplementary product that supports those systems rather than replacing them. Number 4. High detergent diesel engine oil. Most of the time, we give advice to gas engine car owners, but we still have cars that use diesel, and they have their preferences too. And just so you know, the previous liquids I've mentioned for fuel, they are for petrol, not diesel, so don't go about putting them on your car. Instead, use the Signature Series Max Duty Synthetic Diesel Oil. Diesel engine oils are built differently from regular gasoline engine oils. They contain higher detergent levels and stronger additive packages. These additives are designed to handle soot, heavy deposits, and higher compression environments found in diesel engines. That is why they tend to stay effective under harsher operating conditions. In specific cases, some high-detergent diesel oils are also used in certain gasoline engines, especially older or high-mileage ones. The goal is to take advantage of the cleaning properties and robust protection these oils provide. However, this should only be done when the oil meets the correct specifications for the engine. The Signature Series diesel oil is formulated to handle extreme conditions while maintaining strong lubrication. It resists breakdown, controls deposits, and helps keep internal components cleaner over time. This can be useful for engines that operate under heavy loads or have accumulated significant mileage. That said, always check your manufacturer's requirements before making any switch. Using the right oil viscosity and specification remains critical. Number 3. Engine flush. I mentioned this in 2 scenarios, during the coolant second change and in transmission fluid. Now, for your car to last your lifetime, you don't just need regular oil changes at 3,000 miles. No, but you also need an engine flush every now and then. More so as your car continues to rack up the miles. Over time, engines naturally build up sludge, varnish, and carbon deposits inside. These form from heat cycles, oil breakdown, and short trips that don't allow the engine to fully reach optimal operating conditions. Even with regular oil changes, some deposits still remain inside the engine. An engine flush is designed to help break down and remove these contaminants before you drain the oil. It circulates through the engine and loosens buildup from internal surfaces like oil passages, lifters, and valve areas. When done correctly, it helps the fresh oil perform better by starting with a cleaner internal environment. This becomes more important for high-mileage engines or engines with inconsistent maintenance history. In such cases, a flush can help restore smoother oil flow and reduce the chances of clogged passages. However, it should be used carefully. Engines with heavy sludge buildup may require a gradual approach rather than an aggressive flush. Number 2. Premium fuel system lubricants. Again, there is no difference here in how they work from the fuel system cleaners I mentioned earlier. The only difference is that now we are dealing with premium fuel. And what is premium fuel? Premium fuel is gasoline with a higher octane rating. It is designed to resist knocking in high compression or turbocharged engines. It does not necessarily contain more energy than regular fuel, but it burns more controlled under pressure. This helps certain engines perform as intended without pre-ignition issues. Premium fuel system lubricants are designed to complement this type of fuel. Their role is to add extra cleaning and lubrication benefits to the fuel system. They help keep injectors clean, support smoother fuel delivery, and reduce deposit formation over time. In engines that require premium fuel, these lubricants can help maintain injector performance and combustion efficiency. In engines that do not require premium fuel, they can still be used as an added maintenance step, especially for drivers who want to keep their fuel system in better condition over the long term. The key idea is consistency. Fuel quality can vary depending on where you fill up. Even with premium fuel, additives may not always be at optimal levels. A fuel system lubricant helps provide a more consistent additive presence across fill-ups. Number 1. High-quality full synthetic engine oil. Now, this is the most important lubricant I would recommend to every new car owner. For high-mileage drivers, I wouldn't recommend this. Just stick to your high-mileage engine oil and the cleaners I've mentioned earlier. Synthetic oil has one important property that can't be found in conventional oil, and that is consistency under extreme conditions. It is engineered to maintain its structure at high temperatures and under heavy stress. This means it resists breakdown better and provides more stable lubrication over time. Inside your engine, there are many moving parts operating at high speeds and tight tolerances. Pistons, camshafts, bearings, and valves all depend on a thin but strong film of oil to prevent metal-to-metal contact. Full synthetic oil maintains that protective film more effectively, especially during cold starts and high operating temperatures. It also flows better in low temperatures, which helps protect the engine during startup when most wear occurs. At the same time, it holds up under heat, reducing the chances of thinning out too quickly or forming deposits. For new engines, full synthetic oil helps maintain performance and cleanliness from the start. For older engines, high-mileage synthetic blends are often formulated with additional conditioners that support seals and reduce oil consumption. Combined with proper oil change intervals and the use of compatible additives where necessary, high-quality full synthetic oil remains the foundation of long-term engine protection and reliability. And don't be fooled out there about synthetic oil. We have fake ones and low-quality blends that can damage your engine over time. That's why I did another video on best synthetic oils and the worst ones that ruin your engine. Click the video below to watch.